Hi everyone, Adam with Carnivore Today. Folks, I gotta keep it real with you. I had a major problem on the carnivore diet. 4 weeks after starting my carnivore journey, I began to have regular nausea after eating. This annoying problem persisted for over a year, and Bella, God bless her, cured it with a single YouTube video. Stick around to the end and find out exactly how she did this. I am certain she probably never expected this to happen to someone because of this video. Here's a little backstory. When I first started the carnivore diet, I was eating strictly beef, butter, bacon, eggs, salt, water, and coffee. I had a couple of times where I ate something that wasn't carnivore, but it was right back on the carnivore lifestyle immediately. When I started feeling sick, I assumed that it was because I was eating raw vegan for 2 years prior, and now I was eating lots of animal fats, which potentially my body had not adapted to the increased fat intake yet. My body naturally seems like it takes longer with any process, so I didn't put much time into figuring that part out. Over the next few months, the nausea persisted. At this point, I am 4 months into the carnivore diet, and now I'm really getting annoyed. Why hasn't my body adapted? I had already healed so many things like brain damage from a 6-year-old traumatic brain injury, but feeling sick after I ate would just not go away. I started to research what might be causing this. My first test was to cut out the dairy, so butter was out. I replaced it with smoked tallow, and that is what I cooked my eggs in. Around this time, I also stopped eating bacon because I was annoyed at the time it takes to make it and the mess that you have to clean up afterwards. It's gone. Next on the chopping block were egg whites. I eliminated those, and I did start to see some improvements with the nausea after I ate, and this led me down the next rabbit hole. I learned that egg whites are high in histamine, and a good number of people who have histamine issues can have frequent nausea as well. So after watching many videos and discussions with other carnivores, I learned that many folks with autoimmune conditions can have histamine intolerance. So I have an autoimmune condition, vitiligo. Naturally, this led me to cut out all foods high in histamine as a test. This video from Lynn DeVokie at Midlife Carnivore was a huge help, so big thanks to Lynn. After watching Lynn's video, I cut out aged meats, smoked meats, and ditched the egg yolks for good measure at roughly the 10-month mark on my carnivore journey. So this seemed to have a slight improvement in the nausea, but if 10 is throwing up, my level would be at around 5 at this point. You might be wondering, what the heck is he eating now that he's cut all these foods out? At this point, I'm eating only fresh beef, salt, and water, affectionately known as the Lion Diet, coined by Mikhaila Peterson. Even after going full-on Lion, I was still having nausea. This nausea after every meal persisted for another 4 months. I was this close to switching to lamb only and cooking from frozen to make sure I was eating fatty cuts of ruminant meats and reducing the histamine to the lowest level that I knew how to do. Then Bella posted a video that changed my carnivore journey in such a profound way. She inspired me to try one last thing before switching to lamb only. What is the video? The title is 4 Reasons You Need to Quit Salt and 1 Reason Not to. She explained how eliminating salt on a strict carnivore diet reduced her stress levels. She had less bloating and many other benefits. Go check out her video after you hear my results of doing exactly as she did. I'll put the link in the description for you. The very first thing that improved for me was the nausea completely went away after 3 days. You heard that right. A problem that plagued me for almost 14 months was finally gone. I'm so thankful. A few days after that, I had an elevated feeling of wellness, which is a bonus in my book. For all you video game fans, I felt like Mario eating the mushroom. I had leveled up, basically. So that's definitely a positive in my book. The third thing that improved for me was my leg cramps stopped. I know, this sounds counter to the mainstream advice when you're on a carnivore diet. We are encouraged to make sure we have plenty of electrolytes and salt to prevent cramping, etc., etc. All I can say is experiment and find out what works for you and your physiology. This worked for me. Never in a million years did I expect salt to be the problem and cause this nausea because it tastes so so good. My favorite salt is Maldon sea salt. Link is in the description below if you want to grab some of your own. Occasionally I might add this in later on, but for now I'm completely salt-free and absolutely loving it. Now, does this mean you cut out all the salt from your diet? That's for you to decide. If you are having similar issues that I was, maybe try cutting out the salt for a week and see how things go. So there you have it, folks. With the nausea gone, I literally feel like Superman. At 47 years young, I feel better now than when I was 18 years old on a martial arts demonstration and sparring team. Maybe not as flexible, but I feel stronger and so much more full of life. Carnivore is the way. I want to give a huge shout out to Bella from Steak and Butter Gal for inspiring me to make a change that solved a very, very annoying year-long mystery. If you haven't subscribed to her channel, please do so now. Bella is also the mastermind behind SBG, the Steak and Butter Gang. Here you can join up with like-minded folks on a similar path and get expert advice and level up your health. Link to SBG is in the description. Let me know in the comments if you have cut out salt and seen any benefit. Thank you so much for listening. We will see you in the next one. Bye for now.